Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Roundtable Football. This is another episode of That's Football. Yes, that's football. It's exciting. It's exciting. It's a Monday morning. Those who are on a holiday are back to work today, and some of us were already back to work from last week. But the excitement is on, and the excitement comes from yesterday's Premier League game. I mean, wow. Thank you everyone for whoever's going to be watching this, whether you're watching it on repeat or whether you're watching it as soon as it premieres. Let me hear your excitement or let me read about your excitement in the comment section. So get your excitement in the comment section, and also as you watch this, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, subscribe. It does not cost anything to subscribe to the channel, and it helps me to just grow as a content creator or a football content creator. Yes, let's get into yesterday's Premier League game that I actually had labeled as the massacre at Anfield. Yes, guys, I had it wrong. We all thought that Liverpool was going to beat Man United. We all knew, or we all thought that Liverpool was going to outcast United. And this is based on United's recent performance. I mean, you can't just blame us or blame me for having that in mind. Although we had Chelsea fans and Arsenal fans backing us up. I mean, I had a friend of mine, he's a Chelsea fan, he said, I'm supporting you guys. And I was on the phone with another Arsenal fan, but a friend of mine that I was speaking to yesterday. We spoke during the halftime when the goals went in, especially when we scored the first goal with Lisandro Martinez. He called me and be like, wow, that is nice. And before as we were on the call, I think Liverpool equalized, and I was like, man. So it was an exciting game to see that everybody were backing up United, and I feel like the only people that had faith in United was a Manchester United player, and this is the players that we all thought had no passion. So let's get into it. A lot of things for us to get into it. We're gonna discuss everything. So yes, guys, get in the comment section. Let's discuss this lovely game together, and because that's football, and that's what brings us here. The reason you are at the round table football, because that's football. So the first thing that I want to discuss in the round this match was standard performance. Let's first go on the standard performance of this game yesterday. We'll start with the visiting team, Manchester United. Standard performance, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was outstanding yesterday. We see that even after the game, he himself said that the mentality, it's all the matter of mentality, and that if we could perform like this against Liverpool, why can't we perform the same way against each and every team every week? So Bruno Fernandes' performance yesterday was excellent. I'll rate him 9 out of 10, and you could see that even his set pieces or his corner takes was good. It went past the first man, and something came out of it. United just had something that ticked in them yesterday. So Bruno performance yesterday was a 9 out of 10 for me. Another standout performance for me yesterday was Manuel Ugarte. Wow, guys. This guy is just awesome. He's good at his tackles, controlling the midfield for United, and he held the midfield in the palm of his hand, and I have to just say that he had a good performance yesterday. Another player that had a good performance yesterday from United is Diego Dalot. I mean, recently he's been criticized about his performances in the games and etc. And everybody's been saying that Diego Dalot hasn't been at the par of where he's supposed to be this season. And we even had, I was speaking to an uncle of mine who's also a Man United fan, and he had this predicted starting line for United, and Dalot was in the starting 11. And I was like, well, let's wait and see. And Dalot was in the starting 11, and he played excellently well. So well done to Diego Dalot. Also, one person that also played very well yesterday was Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire played well. Lisandro Martinez, oh yes, he had a goal. We'll get to that. And I also have to give a big up to Angel Onana. Angel Onana played well. I mean, he defended well, and when he was called to defend, he did its defending. So I must say, United players had a good matches, almost half of them, and without forgetting Amad Diallo. Diallo was an excellent player for United yesterday. He helped them, and we will get to his goal also. Going on the home side, Alistair Becker, a good goalkeeper, a good one, excellent. Virgil van Dijk, very good. Alexander Trent, and This is the guy that Real Madrid actually want. And even Roy Keane was like he's playing like he's a schoolboy, like he's playing at school. And he really didn't come up to the test yesterday. But I must give up to McAllister. He kept United on the toe. McAllister kept United on the toe. Mo Salah, always. He also had a goal. We will come to it. And who else? Gakpo. He's a good player. I remember United actually wanted Gakpo and Gravenberch, just couldn't make it, and they ended up going to Liverpool. But great performance from the whole team overall, and Virgil van Dijk was so upset at Gravenberch. My apologies. He was very upset with Trent Alexander because of the mistakes that he made, which led to the goals. But we will get to that as we are going to be discussing the goals in the moment. But as we're going to do that, guys, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also get in the comment section because I want to know what are your thoughts. What do you think about this game? Because it was a great game, and that's what we call that's football. Even McAllister said it. That's football. That's football. My apologies. And the last time we played against Virgil van Dijk, or the last time we played against Liverpool, when we drew, I think we drew the game, and Liverpool and Van Dijk said something about only one team wanted to win that game, and the team was Liverpool, because it was almost as if we parked the bus, etc. And he was banned because of that, because he was being disrespectful. But I feel that after this performance yesterday, even he said that United are not receiving or are not getting the respect that they deserve. And I have to say big up to the big man. He is really a big man, and it's not easy to play against Konate and Virgil van Dijk in the Premier League. So yeah. Rasmus Højlund actually for United had the worst performance, and I feel like United actually do need a proper striker who can compete, who Rasmus Højlund can compete against, because he can't just be playing week in and week out without even getting a clear shot. He had a clear shot and he missed it. But anyways, let's get into the exciting stuff of the day, guys, as we go on. And my prediction for the game was actually 3-4, and the game actually ended 3-2. But yeah, it is what it is, and that's football. Let's see the next what I have today to discuss again based on this game. All right, so we have discussed standout performance, and let's now discuss the goal scorers of the game, guys. Did you guys expect the people that score to have scored the goals? First, for me, Mo Salah, yes, I expected him to score. Amado Diallo, yes, I expected him to score. But Lisandro Martinez and Gakpo, I didn't expect them to score any goal. And also, I did not expect Liverpool to even have a penalty. I expected them to beat United on, one-on-one, whether you had the game and you score, That's how I expected Liverpool to beat United. But they didn't do that. They had a penalty, which for me it was a soft penalty to say. But let's discuss the first goal. Lisandro Martinez get a clear pass from Bruno Fernandes. He blasted the ball in the roof of that net, and the celebration was just insane. I mean, they opened scoring. He picked up the ball, put it under the shirt. You can see the performance that, I mean, you could see from the celebration of United players that they really needed this. They really needed this, and they blasted the ball. They celebrated. Everybody, even the players from the bench, came and celebrated with him. I screamed on top of my lungs because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting United to score first. I mean, they haven't been scoring. It's been since 2016 that United has scored a goal at Anfield. The game goes on, and Cody Gakpo get the similar chance as Lisandro Martinez. This is after Ugarte cleared the ball, and he decided to start moving up to go back to his natural position, and that leaving the defense vulnerable. But I feel like the comment that actually says that he shouldn't have left up until the ball was fully cleared. But then again, it wasn't in his place to be there. But a team is a team; they have to play as a team, and they ended conceding from that, and they looked very disappointed after that. But the game continued playing, and everybody was just holding. Even the coaches weren't even making any changes. I don't know if you guys noticed. No coach made any changes because they could see that this was a mental challenge game. It was a matter of mentality, and United didn't come to just park the bus or just defend. They came to ensure that they take something out of this. And then going to the discussing the goal scoring or the goals, and then going to the penalty that Liverpool got. For me, it's a soft penalty because where was Matthias de Ligt hands or arm supposed to be at that moment? Do you guys remember the game in the midweek or on Monday that United played against Newcastle when is it Joe Linton who scored the goal? It is Joe Linton, I think, who scored the goal with the ball brushing the side of his shoulder, and it was allowed. So that means it is normal for the ball to be there. But then United in a similar position, just as it was a defender, and the penalty was given against him. Well, no problem. Mo Salah came through it, and I must hail Andre Onana. Like I said at the beginning of the show, he was really good because he followed the ball. It's just that the ball was too quick, and Mo Salah was too quick, and Salah scored the goal, and Salah continued to live rent-free in United's mind, or United scoring against United. Mo Salah scored, the game was 2-1. And at that point, for me, I feel like, personally, I felt like, you know what, this is it. Liverpool is probably going to go 3-1, 4-1, and 5-1, and they're going to ridicule United. But United did not give up the fight. They continue fighting, and they continue fighting. And if my friend Daniel Milroy is watching this, that's football, brother. That's football. Because I'm sure when you were also watching the game, knowing that Liverpool was playing against United, you expected Liverpool to beat United. But then again, that's football. United gave you the match. Garnacho came in, and Garnacho played very well. When Garnacho first came in the first 5 minutes of him being in the pitch, I actually didn't even notice him because you hardly had the ball. But you must give it to Amad Diallo. He was almost everywhere on that pitch. Amad Diallo was almost everywhere on the pitch, and he played very well. Anyways, we continue with the match with a goal scorer, and Garnacho had a good ball. He passed it into the box. Amad Diallo was at the right place at the right times. He took a shot, and the ball goes in. And I tell you, at that time, every Manchester United fan screamed on top of their lungs. In the apartment which I'm living into, I mean, it was just mad crazy. And I couldn't even do any recording. I wanted to do a recording yesterday after the match, but it was just crazy. I felt like everybody was just like celebrating that draw. And yeah, so United then drew the game. But let's discuss about the last minutes. When now every team were going against each other. Liverpool was coming at United, and United was coming at Liverpool. Liverpool had a chance to seal it. They could have won it in the last minute, but then United also had a similar chance. Now this is Zerski. Zerski passed the ball to Harry Maguire in the box. The keeper was already taken out of the equation, but Harry Maguire decided to go and say hi to the ancestors upstairs. He missed it, and I could see the disappointment in Garnacho because Garnacho was right behind him. I think they could have just have a discussion where you could have told Garnacho could have been like, hey, you know what, leave it, let me take this ball. But then again, that's football. If you don't take your chances in a minute, they're gone, and that's it. There's no such thing as it can be replayed where you get the chance again. It's gone, and that's the end of it. That's football. And the game ended 2-2. Anything dramatic that happened in the match that changed the concept of the whole game for me is the VAR decision to hand out that penalty to Liverpool. I feel like it wasn't a penalty. And what else? Any other dramatic thing that changed the performance of the game? I feel like the referee giving out yellow cards was unnecessary. I feel like also the referee sometimes where United's player were fouled, they did not give the foul. But then again, I've always also discussed the VAR and how the spoil games, and that's football. Because you cannot expect the referee will always be on your side. That's why I am happy with the goals that United score, that they did not need VR to check to see whether it was offside or not. Because sometimes you just score clear goal, like the Sancho Martinez goal, Gakpo's goal, Amad Diallo's goal. Good goals where you don't even need an interference from VAR. So good up to that. So at least it wasn't an issue. We move on. What else do I want to discuss with you guys? Formation. We can see that the formation of Ruben Amorim just needed time. I mean, over this week they had 3 or 2 training session, which is the first time since he's been here for 2 months that they're having 3 or 2 training session. Now, can you imagine if this guy is given enough time to train with the team, what could be the end result? So big up to that. And we could see that Liverpool was counter-attacking the formation. So big up to Arne. A friend of mine once said Arne was a scam, but you can see that he knows exactly what he's doing, and he didn't come to the Premier League to play. In his first season, he's really doing what he had to do. Midfield battles. That was a big battle that Kobe Mainoo and Ugarte had to go on against Liverpool's best midfield currently. They have the best midfield in the Premier League. So it was awesome. It was a good game. It was fun to watch. If you missed the game, guys, please, I beg you, go and watch the highlights of the game. You will not be disappointed. It was a great game to watch. What else do I have here to discuss? Who won the tactical battle between the managers yesterday? It was a draw. It was a draw. But I would give it to Ruben Amorim because nobody expected him to take a point at Anfield. Even I said it was going to be a massacre. So I feel like Ruben Amorim's strategy and the tactics and exactly knowing when to change to do the substitute is in game management. It was just awesome. So I would say they kind of take it 50-50, but I'll go like 75-25 if that works out right. Or I could say it's I'll give 75-25, but let's give it to 50-50. That is my opinion. It is the round table football. Let me know what is your opinion, because that's football, guys. Yes, and let me see what's next here again. Referee's decision, we have already discussed that. And the call for me, like I keep saying, it wasn't the right call. We move on. Player ratings, I rated the players at the beginning. And man of the match, of course, Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was the man of the match for me. And moving on. So Liverpool upcoming fixture. So let's discuss just the next fixtures now, because I want to make sure that we are right on time. Yes. So Liverpool next fixtures against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is third on the table, and Nottingham Forest is the only team that has beat Liverpool this season in the Premier League, and they are actually the surprising team of the Premier League this season. So Liverpool is playing them next, and I think they're playing at Forest Ground. So what is your prediction for that game? And then United is playing against Arsenal next week Sunday, but that is on the FA Cup. It is in the FA Cup, my apologies. And yeah, United have to win that. But United is playing Southampton in the Premier League next. Now, what does that mean for United? United are currently 13th in the Premier League, so they now have 23 points. And if they could win the next game, they would have 26 points, and that at least would move them up to the top 10. And with Liverpool having one game in hand, which then they're playing against Southampton, Liverpool still have a good leading or breathing space at the top compared against Arsenal, because they have a 6 points difference. So for Arsenal fans, what this means is that you have now to support Nottingham Forest, and Nottingham Forest has to beat Liverpool once again. They have to drop points, and after that, Arsenal just to ensure that they have to be winning their games. And another team that I'm against it is somehow Manchester City, but Manchester City also, I like where they are currently in the Premier League. That is just good for them. That is football. They can't be winning all the time, guys. Things have to change. I mean, the wheels have to turn, the table have to turn, and the table is turning. Even the round table is turning, as you can see. We're in a different space right now, so things are changing. Everything has to change. It is what it is, guys. That's just football. And yeah, does Manchester United look like they can bounce back from this? It's a matter of it's a mentality thing. I mean, football, it's a mentality thing. You have to be strong mentally. We can see what's happening with Rashford. Like the coach keeps saying, he has to want it bad. He has to want football bad, and not the fame that comes with football. Or not. What I feel for Rashford is that he enjoyed the fame that comes with him being a United player so much that he forgets that he has to be the best United player for that fame to be with him. Because you can see that Garnacho has somehow been brought down to earth, because he was starting matches and he was starting to slack, and now he's been made again a bench player. Same with Anthony. And I feel like Anthony will bounce back. He just needs time. And yeah, in a matter of time, he will be back. And then, so recap on everything, guys. Oh wait, before we get to that, prediction for the next games for both teams for me: United to win, Liverpool to draw. That is my prediction for the next games for both teams. And then, moving on. So we've discussed almost everything. We discussed the goal scorers. We discussed the main points, the turning points, which is the referee calls, the rating of the coaches. We've discussed it. We discussed the next games for both teams and what that could mean on the table. Guys, that's football. It was amazing. And I think Liverpool also still has to play Manchester City. And I think I'll be supporting Manchester City on that day. Because the last time they played, I was supporting Liverpool because City really needed to be beaten, and they got beaten. And now I feel like I've just, like I'm saying, the table is turning, and now the table have turned. I'll be on the City side, and that day, my Jimbo, like my friends really calls him my Jimbo, or Erling Haaland for everybody's sake, has to be on the best game. He hasn't really been in the best game, but I see the combination between Savinho and Erling Haaland is the best one. So he better be on his best game that day to ensure that Liverpool does not win the game. Guys, thank you very much for joining wherever you're watching from. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the support, the subscribing, the liking, and for those who are sharing, may God bless you for sharing, guys. Continue liking and subscribing. This is what will motivate me or make YouTube to share my videos to more people. And in return, I'll make more videos like this, even better than like this, with better places, better quality of the cameras, the background, etc. So continue to liking and sharing. Happy New Year to everyone. To those who are back to work today, enjoy your work. Stay safe out there. This has been the Round the Table Football with a segment of That's Football, and I'm your host, Charlie. Keep well.